Dameon Pierce deserves a mention early in the year for being a pretty interesting prospect. I mean, this guy. So he comes in. He's a 4 star coming out of high school, and he actually commits to Bama. So he's like, look at me, I'm going to the best program of all time. And then he's like, wait a second, let me just go to Florida. I mean, that's kind of a flex. He just says, fuck Bama, I'm going to go to Florida and try to dominate. But dominate wasn't exactly what he would do, because in 2019, he was outcarried by Michael Pirine significantly on a 10-2 Florida team. I mean, he was a little bit more efficient, but Pirine had 40 receptions to Dameon Pierce's just 4 receptions. So that's kind of damning. I mean, despite that, he's a pretty efficient runner, and he is just a freshman. The next year, he has a pretty impressive year. He leads the team in carries, out carrying Malik Davis, 106 carries to 66. And he has just 17 receptions once again, which is unfortunate. And that is actually third on the team in interceptions among running backs. So him catching the ball is proving to be a little bit of a problem in his career. But in 2021, once again, he splits carries with Malik Davis, but this is where he goes off. He's very efficient and scored 16 touchdowns this year with 19 catches, which is a career high. He's also PFF's number one graded back overall. Number one graded back. He was a broken tackle nightmare. He broke point 0.4 tackles. Well, it's probably easier to say. He broke a tackle two out of every 5 carries, which is very, very, very elite. And standing at 5'10", 218, this looks pretty replicable. Now going on to his pros. At 5'10", 218, he's almost certain to be an elite tackle breaker at the next level. I mean, if you come in and you're an elite tackle breaker in college with that frame, PFF's number one runner, you're probably going to be a very good runner in the pros, which I'm pretty confident in saying Dameon Pierce will be. This frame at 5'10", 218 allows for elite pass protection as well, and it will keep him on the field. And it's actually worth noting that his receiving grade was 84.8 on, albeit low volume, but he proved that he was a capable receiver despite not having much volume just this last year. What are the cons, though? The cons: he never ran away with the job despite very little NFL talent around him. He was significantly outproduced by Michael Pirine, and Malik Davis isn't much of NFL talent, and he was never able to clear either of them. He was more of a part-time player, and he had very lackluster volume in about every aspect. He never topped 106 carries in a single year, and never topped 19 receptions. So looking at Dameon Pierce, he's a very middling athlete. So what's his bottom line? Well, he's an elite tackle breaker that should be able to stay in the field because of his size, and I have no doubts that he'll be a very good runner in the pros. The question remains, can he be a competent receiver, and can he be more than a part-time player? He certainly has upside, given that he is a good... God, I ate some Takis. My throat's messing up here. Anyways, can he be a competent receiver? Who knows? He never was in college, although he was relatively efficient on a per-catch basis. He never really seized that role. Can he be more than a part-time player? He never played more than 23 snaps last year in a single game, which is very, very, very low. And he never really carried a workload. So, Dameon Pierce has upside as a potentially very talented runner and someone who could theoretically stay in the field. I mean, given his size and his pass protection, and more of a 3-down skill set. But he never flashed this patch catching, nor did he flash this volume of a workhorse in college. So he's definitely a guy that is worth looking at in the late second, early third of dynasty drafts. He has a little more upside than guys in his range, so I like him. I mean, go ahead and take a shot on Dameon Pierce. I mean, you could do far worse.